Now to grant the whole country. What kind of very is that now? Because unionism matter. With one company, the whole country will now be now grounded. They don't supply gas to Denko. They don't supply food to refining refineries.
That's the only way they can.
Nonsense in here. It's nonsense.
The federal government the question should be the federal government waits until the whole thing escalates. You know, you won't like
I like Abacha. Abacha ti kó sí àjáde. Ó yá every one of the you know, ó yá soldiers, please take over all this stuff and start distributing. That's what I'm trying. The democracy for time is more or less slow motion.
No, it's not slow motion. I want despots in any power. People you have in power, they are despots, they are tyrants, they are dictators. They are not democrats.
Yeah, now we solve right now. We are not the ones suffering.
You have an issue with just one company. You said the whole country will be grounded. No supply of gas to the energy company. No food to refining company. Refineries.
They should call those people power.
That's because somebody wants to employ drivers. They don't want to become member of the union. He said, this is my marketing strategy. If you buy just amount of product from me, you won't pay for supply. I will supply the product to your
through my trucks.
Through my trucks. You're not saying those members, those drivers compulsory must become member of union. I mean, somebody has to send the letter around there. What about those telecom companies that when they started with promo, buy one get one free, bug of buy this and this? It's a market strategy now. The man say, okay, my own market strategy is that if you buy up to a certain amount of quantity of product for me, don't pay for logistics. I will deliver it free. Now you're not saying, okay, I those members of that those drivers must compulsory become a member of the union. That's why I told you that's why I even have issue with Dangote. You cannot gag members of your employee from
which he tried to do.
Which he tried to do. That was the position that no, they won't be a member of the union. Which I told you I'm against the freedom of association of members. I am against that. Yes. The members are free to associate in the unionism. But you, the union body now, that's not saying because just one unit is not aligned unionism. The whole country is now ground. The whole country is now be grounded. Left on there, understand? Dangote. So on the gboko, on the supply gas found Genco, don't generate energy. On the supply food found refinery. I don't know that man. I think now Pengassan in the morning. Yes, sir.
Welcome to the program. This is City Stand, Michael of the program. I say thank you for joining us this Monday morning. It's a brand new week. Yeah, the 29th of September 2025. We're heading towards the end of the month. Very, very soon, we shall be entering a new month. That's the month of October. All right, October 1st is Independence Day. We are blazing up to see what happens as regards Independence Day in the country. All the viewers all over the world, we say thank you for your support. We really appreciate your consistency on the program. Thank you so much. All right, a quick one to Ordinary Taiwo, who has blessed some of our viewers this morning. I need to say thank you so much, the big prince, Big T Prince, that's the big fish on the platform. Thank you, Ordinary Taiwo. We discussed around 2:33 a.m. You know, so I had to do some stuffs, you know, to me to give to some of our analyst on the program. So that you see a big thank you to you and to one of our anonymous viewers in the United States of America who has provided breakfast for the reviewers this morning. We say a big thank you to you as well. May God continue to replenish your account. Thank you so much. All right, quickly to what we have this morning, the front page of the Vanguard newspaper as well as this day. What are they telling us? What are they dishing out at this stand? Today, 29th of September 2025, the feud between Pengassan and Dangote Refinery is still on. And as we have it on papers, we have it in the country, as we can see, there is strike today. It begins today. Wow. Fuel consumers have been begging Pengassan to call off the strike. Federal government has also waded into the matter. Let's see if they will call off the strike today. It is not good for the economy of the country. It is not good for our country at all. Never, never good. Well, we move down to the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Toxic harvest, hazardous pesticides, and food production. Say experts. Oh, we need to move to another one here. As strike begins today, federal government wades into Dangote. Pengassan face off. As strike begins today, as strike begins today, federal government wades into Dangote Pengassan face off. This is on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper. We'll move down to the follow-up story. Dangote blasts Pengassan. Dangote blasts Pengassan, calls the organization a terrorist organization, calls Pengassan terrorists. Only recall of members can stop strike, says Pengassan. About 800 workers were sacked by Dangote Refinery, and which Pengassan is demanding that Dangote should get them back to work. All right, let's see if Dangote will succumb to the request of Pengassan as the strike continues. All right, we move on to page 9. Customs commences one-stop shop cargo clearance. On to the next one on page 9. Editors to security agencies stop misusing cybercrime, act against journalists. We move down to the top of the paper on 2027. This is on page 13. Jonathan will return to Aso Rock in 2027 on PDP's ticket. Jonathan, that's former president of the country, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan, will contest return to Aso Rock in 2027 on PDP ticket. Who said this? This is Jerry Ghana on this. You can go to page 13 to see more of this story. We'll move down to 14. Page 14. Nigeria suffering bleeding at 65. Raf Obioha. Nigeria suffering bleeding at 65. Of course, we expect diverse reactions as regards the 65th independence of the nation. On to the next one. There is the newspaper this morning. What do we have on its front page? Jerry Ghana. Nigerians now know the difference after Buhari Tinubu wants Jonathan back. Nigerians now know the difference after the demise or Buhari left office. We now know the difference between Buhari and Tinubu's regime. They now want Jonathan back. Is it all Nigerians that want Jonathan back? We shall be looking at it this morning. Also, to the comment section, I have people reacting, and I need to say hi. Some of them are saying good morning to us at this time this Monday morning. We have Gladys Oyabo. We say good morning to you all the way from Oba Newsstand. Yeah, from Global City Stand. We also say good morning to David Okafor, also known as Tunde Okafor. You're welcome to the program. That's Niger Boy. He's also here with us at the stand. I say good morning to you. He's watching us from Philippines. Yeah, if I'm not making a mistake, Controversial Joe is also here. We say good morning. CEO is here. Kelechi Obi, thank you for joining us this morning. He's watching from United Arab Emirates. We say good morning to you all the way from United Arab Emirates. He's watching us, and we really appreciate your presence at the stand. Additional Abdul, of course, you should know where he's watching us from. London. You're welcome to the program. We have Abdul. Abdul is always watching us from Aso Rock. All right, also Obi is also here. He says good morning, Mike. I also say good morning to you. You're welcome, everyone. Humble Africa. Humble African, good morning, guys. Watching us from Dallas, and we say good morning to you too. Thank you for joining us. All right, it's 3:08 p.m. this side, that's in Philippines, right? Yeah, 3:08 p.m. 3 p.m. All right, K Baba, K Odulaja is also here with us this morning. Good morning to you, K Baba. You're welcome to the program. All right, quickly to what we have on today's edition of the program. Pengassan versus Dangote. You're a terrorist. That's what Pengassan told Dangote Refinery. The feud has been going on for some times now. It has been going on for some time, and it still continues this morning. Thank you so much for joining me. OJ, the global analyst, gentleman Mike. Welcome to the program.
Welcome, Mr. Mike. Mr. Mike, can I go and the man presented last week?
No problem.
Yes, I'm saying good morning to our global viewers all over the world. City Stand, you're most welcome. Then, particularly to an anonymous blessed man who blessed me last week, the sum of 30,000. Our outcome, Mr. Mike has delivered the money to me. It's a pity I don't know your name. They say you want to be anonymous, and I'm saying good morning to you. You go bless your pockets, you let the bless your pockets. More will return back to the pocket from where that money came to me. Thank you very much. And all our other viewers all over the world who have been nice to us, I say good morning, you're most welcome. I remember my humble self, Mr. O.G. Nigeria, your global analyst, you're most welcome. And our command too, you're most welcome.
All right, you're also welcome. All right, let's move down to what we have. What Dangote needs to do for peace to reign. If you want peace to reign, this is what you need to do. The Petroleum and Natural Gas Senior Staff Association of Nigeria, Pengassan, has assured that normalcy will return to the industry if Dangote Refinery recalls the workers it sacked. He, however, assured that the union was ready to resolve the ongoing rift if Dangote would recall the sacked workers. All right, sacked workers to be returned before peace can reign. Pengassan, what do you have to say concerning this whole issue?
Mr. Mike, like before we came on set this morning, I've had discussion on this matter. And I told my friend of, people I had discussion with, Oyeze and things like that. I have mixed reactions to this matter. Number one, I disagree with Dangote in trying to guard the rights of the workers from belonging to unionism. There's a free access to association. You have a right to associate with yourself, particularly under labor matters, whereby your interest can be properly galvanized to the management, so that you are not sustained, you are not rubbish, you are not trampled upon. That's on the part of Dangote. Dangote is wrong to have allowed unionism to take place. Number two,
is that what led to the crisis?
The issue is that Dangote said he has a market strategy of making petroleum products supplying to interested marketers and interested buyers. But when you buy at a particular amount of product, it will give you free logistics supply. Free. You pay for transportation. That's what the issue. That's the original market concept of Dangote. And that free supply of logistics is be there for you if you buy at a particular minimum amount of supply. Then the Pengassan said those truck drivers must belong to union of Truck Drivers Association of Nigeria. Dangote said no. That's because I want you to understand how the genesis of the matter.
Okay.
Yes. That Dangote said no. I'm a private company. These drivers who will be driving my truck.
You under me?
Yeah, you under me. No, they don't under you. So that's where the matter really. That's the cause of the matter itself. Yes. So and then Dangote stood on. I thought they reached an agreement that only to now discover that the matter has broken down. Then the issue of those who have been sacked now. Maybe those are the people who are fueling unionism underground in the company. They were deserted and flushed out. Yes, those who are coming up to champion unionism.
So some people are for Pengassan.
You see, what happens is that those the cost of the matter itself is that the driver that want to be driving those trucks, that will say they must not belong to any union. Yes, and the problem umbrella body said they must belong to a union. That was the cost of the matter. That was kind of division. Yes, the one that are now start now and the staff who are preparing underground movement for the takeoff of that unionism, which the company noticed. and just ran all of them up and sacked them. These are the people who wanted to show up. These are the face of people we know as union members. What I just ask, tell them is that it's not lawful for you to gag membership of your workers. Such a large organization from becoming a union, from forming a union. You say you want to be supplying free products to people based on your own market strategy. That does not include you from stopping them from becoming a union member now. And then those who you are picked that the one that the brain behind the unionism in your company, they have sacked. Please bring them back to the system. Restore unionism to your tanker drivers, because like you're gagging their right to become to form a member of union.
Like undermining
yes
to unionize.
Yes, because you
don't think he's protecting his own business?
No, that's exploitation, Mr. Mike. That's exploitation. I don't agree with that. You cannot. That's exploitation. You don't gag the association of the members. That's exploitation. That means you want to become a dictator. It's only what you get, what you wish that they will get. But with unionism, they can champion their governance, their interests for better pay, for better benefits and interest. That's what unions always do. Union will put the resources of the company on the table and the output of the workers. Look, this is what you are contributing. This is the resources of the company. You are entitled to so percentage of so things. Yes, that's what union does. But wherever there is no unionism, they are only left at your mercy, at your wishes. Because you're the only one that can decide what to go for them. No mouthpiece, nothing to speak for them. So I disagree with Dangote on that. Let him, in this modern age, not try to be gagging rights of workers. Let him know that such large organization cannot operate without unionism. It's not just going to be. I don't agree with you on that. Then those who are passive members who want to bring up unionism in this country, it should also be said them. That is not be setting that kind of precedent for Nigerian investors.
Gentleman Mike, what is he trying to do by stopping or preventing unionism? What is he trying to do? And why do we have so much problem, so much crisis in that industry? Anything petroleum industry, it's always a problem. Why?
Like an average private sector person always avoid unionism. Generally speaking now, especially in this part of the world, an average private sector company owner always avoid anything unionism. And the reason is simple, for exploitation's sake. In order for you to keep exploiting the people, not giving them what they are really due to have and some other selfish reasons, we not put it correctly, they avoid as much as possible, except they are really taking up on it, as we are seeing now. They want to avoid anything unionism. They want to force everything down the throat of their workers. So that is what an average private company owner does in this part of the world. So that is exactly what Dangote is fighting. Initially he outrightly said there shouldn't be unionism. It's not going to accept anything unionism. Then when the DSS, don't forget, it was the DSS that waded into the last peace talk. It was spearheaded by the DSS, and they had a meeting, and he reluctantly said, okay, unionism, he accepted unionism, but it is a choice of each of the staff. It cannot be compelled to do so, and all of that. So here we are now. It's already raising. I mean, how you sack about 800 Nigerians? For what basis are you putting in that they can label them? You are not labeling them saboteurs and all of that. So and that is what Pengassan is fighting. Dangote should be watched very closely. As much as I have a lot of respect for him in terms of the fact that he's creating employment in the nation. He has invested so much in this country, believe to some extent in this country, and he's putting his money where his mouth is. He's also need to be watched very, very closely, and government is the one that can really, through policy direction, can really curtail some of these excesses. If you look at cement, Michael, his dominance in that sector has not brought down the price of cement, and it's not likely to bring it down anytime soon. So these are people that dominates a particular sector with an impression of I want to bring down the price, and when they now take full charge of such a sector, they begin to show their real colors. So I'm not against what Pengassan is doing now. They must compel Dangote to comply with our laws.
Pengassan is fighting for
in terms of the right of workers to unionize without them being threatened, whether publicly or internally. There are some threats that we won't get to know as ordinary citizens. It is the worker that feels those. I mean, I've experienced such a thing before. A lot of private sector just do whatever they feel like doing. I used to work for a brand where at some point they brought a form that everybody should, if you are interested in unionism. I mean, nobody was clamoring for unionism at that time. They brought the forms, and everyone that filled that form in support of unionism was sacked. So that is the attitude of a private, an average private business owner. So the Dangote must be checked, and I think what Pengassan is doing, even though they have their own lapses too, we must mention it. But to a large extent, it's necessary to put Dangote in check.
Yeah, they are calling themselves names. People are reacting to this, and the question I want to ask now is that who is the major saboteur? Is it Dangote that sacked workers, or Pengassan that shut down power supply, fuel supply? Who is the major saboteur?
Mr. Mike, may God bless with us for that question you asked. I wanted to react. I would have spoken to that extent. You know, if I must pick anybody as saboteur, it's Pengassan I will pick as saboteur in this case. Why? You cannot have an issue. You have an issue just one company, just one oil company in Nigeria. You don't want to grant the entire nation. You're not saying there's no supply gas to generating company, Gencos, who generate the electricity. There's no supply crude to refining company. You now want to put the whole country ground. You want to ground the whole country. Yes, you're a saboteur.
Not the economic effect.
Yes, Mr. Mike, you are using sledgehammer to kill ordinary fly. You have an issue with just one company in Nigeria. You want to ground the entire economy of the whole nation. You want to put the whole nation aground. It's stupidity. I'm sorry to use that word. I must be really let them know the state of my mind for saying it. As I say, may God bless for asking that question. He said they should to ground generation, to ground refining. Then where will the country be? Not because we are fighting with one unionism of workers with just one company, one company, not the entire oil industry companies. So Pengassan has overreached their steps. Yes, with the kind of way they want to go about it, it's out of nonsense, out of sense. You can picket Dangote as a company, remain in front of the company, mobilize your workers to prevent operation of Dangote company. That does not mean that Dangote will not be able to function. But how can you shut down a whole country? Genco will not have that to generate for us. Then transmission company too. Then the refineries will not. I mean, it's too excessive. It's too much of Pengassan. I mean, by now I expect the to have arrested the Pengassan officials. They should be cleaned up in this side. How can you order total shutdown the whole country because of one issue with one company? It's too much. It's too excessive.
This is private business.
Mr. Mike,
what do you think?
Mr. Mike, like I said now, I don't support in dragging the right of the workers belong to an association of unionism. Okay. But there's a way you can picket that company alone. I mean, it's one of their tools now of engaging a company if they're not dancing to the tune of what is required in labor law. Because the Dangote Refinery on its own. Let the other sector of the country begin to function. Let Gencos begin to generate electricity for us. Refineries are still refining. Let them have refining.
What I was trying to say is, I said it is a private business, and I feel I don't know. I don't know if it is right.
Okay.
The man telling Pengassan that he doesn't want any unionism.
It's completely wrong. Union, it's completely wrong. It's wrong. Mr. Mike,
it's wrong.
It's wrong, Mr. Mike. It's completely wrong. The national union of every labor.
Federal government didn't build the.
Excuse me, Mr. Mike. You asked a question. Can we answer the question?
All right.
The unions we have in the country, they are numbered. They have maybe 42 or 45. I don't remember. I can't get exactly of them. The union cut across both private, the workers in those unions cut across both private and public institution establishments. If you are talking of nurses in Nigeria, the nurses in private companies, in private hospitals, they are member of the union. The nurses in government institutions, they are there. So unions cut across, the membership of unions in Nigeria cut across both public and private establishments. So the being a private establishment cannot say it's above the law. The law of the land cut across, the law of the regular unionism recognize whether you're a member, whether you're working in private or public. Only that you must belong to that type of labor to belong to that union. So Dangote has no right to be telling us that. Is it because people who are in government could not hold him accountable? Otherwise, if you are talking of doctors, Nigeria is of doctors. They are doctors in private companies, doctors in public government. They are under, as far as you're a medical doctor, you are under association under NMA. So, and they regulate your activities. So you belong to that union. So Dangote as a private company does not have any right to say because it's a private company, nobody must become, no employee of his company must become. Look at all these factories around over here, all the companies around over here. Mr. Mike, go to the second gate here. You see all companies, Universal and the rest of them. They are private companies. I didn't know member of union. Nationally affiliated union, nationally recognized union, both private and public. So as far as you belong to a particular set type of labor, the union that regulates that union
association.
Yes, so it regulates you both. Yeah, whether you're a private membership or whether you're working in a private or public company. So that is wrong. That's wrong to have said that.
All right, in the comment section, we have there's a Chima saying, Michael, that's the monopolistic attitude of Dangote. He is not a good man. All right, Liz is here. Liz said, it's kind of tricky as Dangote returned the Nigerian government money that was given to him to start the refinery. All right, has he returned the money he borrowed from the Nigerian government? I think that's what Lizzie is saying. All right, the person goes on. They're saying, I believe in unions, but if they are going to come to just collect dues and not invest in their membership, then what are we talking about? I think that this is one of the things that Dangote is complaining.
You see, the unionism in Nigeria has an organ of how they regulate, how they bring themselves to office. There are rules and regulations how to remove members of the top executive of the union. They go for convention, they go for election, they go for all those things. Are the modus of bringing people to office into union is already there. It's not the issue of Dangote to be proclaiming to how the unions. You see, Dangote is just issue. I think the way I'm saying is more of a exploitative person. Instead of adding to the values of the workers. Such a company of such size must liberalize such that your membership is
if you said there is more of an exploitative person.
Yes.
What number of persons he has employed?
Mr. Mike, look, when you see that you can see the exploitative by in some ways when you are gagging the full freedom of membership from becoming to put up a solution that can galvanize their interest. Look, Dangote is a public-oriented person. If he makes 100 naira, don't think that you want to pay as much as for labor. You want to save labor, cost labor.
But at the same time, it's helping the economy of the
country, right? There's still room for exploitation in the amount of money you pay out for wages.
Why is your own refinery?
I've not gotten it. I'm not. You use my own part of money to build the refinery. Didn't you hear?
Why is your own refinery?
Our own government. Okay. Good question now. We should ask people in government. They are the one handling it. I'm not the one in government handling that. Talk to people in government who have bestowed with that authority, that trust to manage our refinery, put in working condition for us. They are the ones to be asked. They are the ones to answer the question. They said, America is now is now facing justice on billions of dollars that's spent in maintaining refinery. Mr. Mike, refinery existing to replace existing refinery, not to build new ones. Yet, after billions of dollars spent, no one is put into working operation. So,
all right, also people says, Mike asked why Nigerian government cannot build their own refinery and control it. They want Dangote is a private company. Dangote is a private company. So why this problem? Why not build your own refinery? That's what also everyone is saying. All right, Dangote is the reason why cement is very costly today in Nigeria, says Udezi Chima. Udezi Chima goes on saying Dangote sells cement cheaper in other African countries than in Nigeria. Why? The man is more of pain than gain in Nigeria. I don't know if you subscribe to what Dangote said. Get to my mic.
Absolutely, what Udezi Chima said, Abi.
There's more of pain than gain.
Exactly. So, it was correct that he sells cement cheaper in some of most African countries where he has his factory than what he sells in Nigeria. So, for me,
should that be a reason for that?
Mr. Mike,
Mr.
Mike, because
the
kind of corruption allowable in Nigeria is not the same thing with other countries. Somebody was telling me he went for a birth ceremony of a sister of her mother-in-law. She told me, he said, they didn't know that. He said, I've been hearing this. That's the first time he confirmed somebody was with them. He said, for over 1 week, he spent in Ghana. The ICC did not blink. He said, I've been hearing. He said, but now, fortunately, I was in Ghana. So, the level of corruption of what we have in Nigeria allow for anything that goes to come to play. But in other countries, they will spell out the time for you. Hello, if you are coming here to operate, these are the terms and conditions. If you agree with this, operate. If you don't want, go. Other investors will come. Mr. Mike, there is no vacuum in nation. If somebody refuses to do anything, God will bring somebody else to come and occupy that position and do it. So if Dangote did not accept to that time, he will leave. So for him to operate in that time, he must operate according to the terms and conditions. So he will leave. He will leave because they will not compromise. But here, there's room for compromises of any kind you can think of. So the people in office, the people in government who are supposed to enforce the law on him, they will not do that. If he leaves, then we'll go back to the old days. Mr. Mike, what I'm trying to say is that the kind of lapses that the lapses in the refinery again. Is that what you're saying? Yes. See, our Indian refineries, as I told you, it was one of the people who have who are corrupt. Somebody said he spent over $8 billion in material for refinery. In renovation, not building anymore. So they're going to spend $19 billion to put up 5 investments: refinery, petrochemical, fertilizer, electricity generation plant. It's I forgot the fifth one. Not with $19,000 and $19 billion. 5 new investments. Yes, we have 3 refineries. $8 billion was spent to maintain them, not rebuilt from beginning. Yes, nothing is working. Nothing is working. So it's close to the level of corruption.
No, OJ talked about the fact that the measure that Pengassan is taking seems to be too much. Used even on charitable words against them. That measure was too much for because you are dealing with a private. This is very. Don't forget the oil sector is a very sensitive sector in Nigeria. Whatever happened to oil happened to everything.
Yes.
If anything should go wrong. Now, in my view, I don't think what Pengassan is doing is too much. Yes. The only organ that can call a Dangote to order now is the federal government, has been led by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And government seems to be silent since this back and forth has commenced, apart from the intervention of the DSS the last time. They waited until Pengassan declared a strike that's supposed to commence today before they summoned a meeting that should be happening today as well. See, in unionism, you compel people to act. You use what you have to compel authorities. And I think that's what Pengassan is doing. Because they know it is the only federal government that can put Dangote in check. So if we withdraw what our members are doing, the government will have no choice, as we are seeing now. They have called for a meeting today. We have no choice than to intervene, and we all state our demands. So you use what you have as a union member to get whatever you want from the government. That's the way it's been done.
All right, to the comment section again. The Nigerian government shouldn't allow Dangote to dictate what happens in the oil sector. If not in the future, he will be the one to dictate the oil prices in Nigeria. All right, Onuzi, Nnamdi, OJ, is your brother Agbado not benefiting from Dangote corrupt policies? That's what he's asking here. We move down to Anton Dirichukwu. That's the reason why the country is not moving forward. Damn the okay, I'm still coming back to this one. Brother Chima says Nigeria would fix their own refineries. Simple, but unfortunately they can't do that because they are incompetent. Now we move down to the last comment here. Emmanuel, no reasonable country in the world would allow a single person to be in charge of oil because of the future, or because in future it will dictate what happens. See what is happening in cement.
Yes, exactly. I agree with him. Then the other man, my regular customer, Unionism. When you say my brother in Abado has never, everybody in Nigeria has suffered benefit from the corruption in government. So I don't know why you say my brother is your own brother too. So well, I don't know who you're referring to as brother. Anyway, you see, the Dangote must be checked. Why? So that you have a monopolistic. You know, remember, Mr. Mayor, I barely remember when telecommunication network people came to Nigeria. The telecommunication company that MTN said it's not possible to do per second billing. You know, if you remember, because I'm using MTN, they said it was not possible to do per second billing. The economy that came second with them, that one was not forthcoming. So everybody was rushing to MTN. MTN was the only viable one. Then by the time Glo came and started per billing second, MTN was now forced to start billing us per second. That means we must not, those who say we shouldn't allow monopolistic control of any investor. I agree with them. The government must be checked not to monopolize oil business as they claim it has done with cement. Then the question that it's not the only one producing cement in Nigeria. We have Bua, we have the rest of them. Why is the prices also not coming down? That's the question. There is no question.
Yes. All right. Away from that, should we now believe, or should we still believe the former first lady of the country, Patience Jonathan, or we should drop or dump what she said about not going back to Asura with the move, the latest move, or recent move by the former president of the nation, Goodluck Ebele Jonathan. It seems the man wants to get back to power. Jerry Ghana said Jonathan will come back and contest 2027 poll in PDP. And we also saw Jonathan's recent move to the African Democratic Congress. We saw his meeting with Labour Party's Peter Obi. Now, there is a report by the Nation newspaper which I would like to read out. And it says, the closed-down meeting between former President Goodluck Ebele Jonathan and the national chairman of African Democratic Congress, ADC, that's Senator David Mark, in Abuja on Thursday. Remember, visited David Mark. Yes. On Thursday was all about Jonathan's ambition to return to office as president in 2027. Okay. The Nation, I repeat, the Nation investigation has revealed. The Nation newspaper investigation has revealed. But the former president's desire to secure the ticket of the coalition party may have experienced a hitch, as Mark, that's David Mark, pointedly told him that the only way his dream of picking the party's ticket could materialize was to formally join the party and also take part in a fair and transparent presidential primary. With Jonathan failing to get a commitment from the party's national chairman, the two statesmen agreed to meet soon to review the matter. The Nation investigation revealed that not only Jonathan, but also former Vice President Atiku Abubakar and former presidential candidate of Labour Party, Peter Obi, all want a definite commitment from the party on their presidential aspiration, but the new party leadership is not forthcoming. Now, Jonathan in ADC, Jonathan in PDP. Is this not a sign of desperation?
Mr. Mike, everybody who is wasting his time with Atiku and ADC is just wasting his time. Everyone who is going to ADC to contest party primary of President Atiku is a waste of time. Atiku, they should have known that policy is built principally for Atiku's interest. I'm telling you, anybody they will just trick them, they pull them in, and only for them to go, not to be able to have anywhere to go when it's too late for them. They should form another one. I've been telling you that I expect Obi to come and contest under PDP. Now, Jonathan, because if Obi had been forthcoming under PDP, Jonathan would have resigned himself because they would have made up their mind for Obi. But because Obi was not making any move, now look at what Ghana is saying now, that Jonathan will come and pick tickets of PDP. I mean, where will Obi now go? Will Obi now go to ADC and contest ticket with Atiku? it will be a flop. It will be only defeated. Atiku is one that will get the ticket. Remember last year Atiku was telling us that when he become president, Yoruba interest will be certain. Yoruba should have anything to fear. So he fully made that Atiku will pick ticket for ADC. All the questions so made name of ADC is all about Atiku interest. And Atiku will dump and he will dust anybody on that ticket. So I would advise Obi and Jonathan to see how they can retrace their back to PDP. And I will even advise Jonathan to support Obi. That's my opinion. Jonathan should play a role of father figure and endorse Obi for PDP. I'm telling you. Obi, see, Jonathan, yes, a former president, I can still tell you, Obi is still in the conscience of many Nigerians. I'm telling you. They still see him as somebody that, represent a kind of, there's a soft spot for him. Forget about what happened in 2023. I still believe Obi still has soft spot of Nigerian conscience. So let Jonathan play a father role figure. Sit back, throw up another southerner, from opposition party as well. I said these are the things. Maybe I remind our viewers. Let's have 3 coalitions. It is already a coalition. AP is already a coalition. Let's have the 12th coalition. The 12th coalition will be built by PDP and Labour. Thank God the faction of Labour that INEC recognized is the Nigerian faction where Obi belongs. Abure have been done. PDP and Labour can reach an alliance. They present one candidate and let Obi come out and fight under PDP. So that we now have a 3 coalition. So let Jonathan sit back as a father to nurture Obi to come up from PDP. At the end of the day, till one team may come up, we will not have an actual winner of that election. Then we'll be in for runoff. Final between the last 2. And the final runoff may be between Obi and Tinubu. I'm telling you, Atiku will only pick some snippets of ground.
And would Jonathan like to contest?
See, Jonathan should realize that, look, in his own time has come wherever he needs to sit back and nurture new leaders. I want presidents from the south. I've been saying this to complete the 8-year tenure. So Tinubu has spent 4 years. If others can come from the south, I'm okay. I'm not campaigning for Obi, I'm not campaigning for Jonathan. I want 8-year tenure of presidency. Wherever the 8-year comes from part of the south, I'm okay. So let Obi come to PDP. Let Jonathan sit back as a father figure and embrace him. Play a father figure. Now, is doing to Obi.
On which platform?
On PDP.
On PDP.
Yes.
Obi in PDP.
Yes. And let Labour be in alliance with PDP to throw up a joint ticket.
What about the coalition? ADC.
Atiku is picking the ticket. That's what I'm telling you. Atiku is surely. Atiku is a new Mr. Mind. Let us always time. I don't see. There's some things you must have known in politics. Atiku is picking ticket of ADC. Obi cannot flow Atiku in ADC. Jonathan can. Why are they seeking for assurance that they must give you the ticket? Why the man didn't tell him that? Oh, okay, he will give you. But when somebody has been able to build up a coalition, you know what to go and rob him and pick the ticket off from him. When ADC was being built, where was Obi? Okay, let's say Obi is part of it for initially. Where was Jonathan? They will now come now. I come and pick the ticket away from Atiku. Somebody who was behind the coalition from the onset. Who forced his way to bring up ADC as a coalition. So will not just wake up for the blues and come and pick the ticket from Atiku. It won't happen. That's why the man is telling you, Oga, come and contest Poli. If you pick it, and they know you won't pick it, you won't succeed.
All right, I'm still coming back to you. Gentleman, my code is 2027 comeback be seen as redemption or desperation. I'm talking about Goodluck Ebele Jonathan.
Yes, I think we can safely conclude now that Goodluck Ebele Jonathan is interested in 2027 election. Before it was a rumor, but the one coming from Jerry Ghana now, a close ally of former president. We can hold that very seriously. That indeed he is now interested, and that is going to change the political equation, as it were. It's not good news for the camp of Peter Obi, and that is the truth.
Yes.
Yes. Jonathan, the power blocks within the north will be more comfortable with a Jonathan because he is legally bound for just for a 4-year term.
Yes.
Obi is making promises that look, just give me 4 years. I am not interested in the second term per se.
You're not comfortable with
Jonathan is bound. He cannot even aspire for a second term. So the power blocks within the North are more likely to be comfortable supporting a good luck Jonathan than an Obi. And I think that is why it may not be a good news for the Obi camp. But by and large, a 3-horse race as the political space is beginning to look now. If Atiku should, as OJ said, Atiku is likely to pick up the ticket in ADC. That is the groundwork has been laid for him.
Yes.
So we are not likely to see a clear winner with a 3-horse race.
No.
There's a possibility of having probably a runoff or a run or something. But for me, it's not a good news for the camp in terms of having their support from the North base, where we have the bulk of the vote coming from.
All right, so I'm coming. We have Emmanuel Okuji on this. Every day, Obi, I want to tell you, even if Obi wins, they will not give him reason because he's an Igbo man. Let it get to your head. Now, my question is, did you think Obi, or do you think Obi did not win 2023 election? Okay, that's what Emmanuel Okuji is asking. Now, let's move down to Ozobinwa. Whether you like it or not, Tinubu is going back to Lagos come 2027. Okay. Ozo Obinwa is on this. Reza Chima says Michael Obi is not a desperate politician. He can step aside for Jonathan. Hence, he can offer Nigerians better life. We'll move down to Dari. Okay, move down to another person. If INEC is not called to order, Tinubu will be returning to Aso Rock in 2027.
Let me quickly. I put up. I said there might likely be runoff because I see Atiku coming this time third. Yes, if Atiku pick any tickets and Obi pick PDP tickets, I'm not representing Jonathan. By the time we have a runoff between two aspirants from the south, between Obi, the PDP, and a Labour coalition, and Tinubu, I'm not saying Obi will win. I'm not saying Tinubu will lose. There's likelihood of anything may happen at the final day, or the runoff may produce surprises. I'm not saying this will be. I want Obi to come to PDP and pick tickets of PDP. Let him be in alliance with Labour. I mean, there's an alliance between AD and AAPP for Baba Olufalaye in national election against PDP. Obasanjo, AD and APD, they form alliance. So PDP and Labour can form alliance to up one candidate. This will be. That's a coalition already. And other parties too, smaller parties will also see endorse either Obi or Tinubu or Atiku. Those smaller parties will also have their own candidate. So we have to do coalition. So OJ, can you stop what you are saying? OJ, you cannot tell us whom you will vote. If you cannot tell us who you, that's what I'm doing. I know him. He doesn't have respect for any people's view. The mistake this one is making is that did he make more money? I know him. Okay, who is the person?
It's not Anusi.
Okay, all right, okay.
OJ, calm down.
Okay.
OJ, if you cannot tell us whom you will vote for in 2027, you have no moral right to tell Obi or good luck Jonathan on what to do on the so to send Tinubu back to Lagos or something. Okay.
Who is the person? Who is the person? Tell the viewer who the person. Who is saying it? Tell
Michael Adekunle.
No, that's not I know him. He's my regular customer. I engage him. Mr. Mike, this man should know one thing that he didn't make up my mind for me to pick. He said he doesn't know what he's talking about. Otherwise, he doesn't know who we are dealing with. We are dealing with an independent person who you cannot influence by anything. We engage Tinubu supporters here. He doesn't know me. He's a person. Because I'm a man. He can be influenced. I can be tricked. I'm enticed. He doesn't know where I talk from conviction. What I believe in. So who is it to be dictating want to know who I want to vote for? My voter file is this his name that's written on it? Yes, now my voter is it. When I make up my own mind for Obi that we have I gone to my father man for Obi. You was the one that make up my mind for me. You know what's the business for me? What is the business in terms of who I'm going to vote for? 2027. It's none of his business. I'm not asking him in diaspora in Netherlands who will you vote for. It's my own decision. Mr. Lumumba, what is it? You can't. I'm not a kid. I'm not a pushover. I'm not a pushover. It's too little. I'm too much for you to do that for. I'm not a kind of baby you can do that for. My choice. I define my choice. Whether I'm this. Please, let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you something to round up. I will be cautious now. Unlike 2023 when I was 26 that the system will produce the best person and the person will be allowed to come to power. But seeing what INEC did through the IRF, I'm now cautious because I know the system has not been perfected. So I'll be cautious to this. I will not be too expensive now, but my choice will remain personal to me. Just
all right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the contribution. You need to appreciate. Thank Odunlade Taiwo. You are among the persons he has extended love to.
Thank you so much, Mr. Odunlade Taiwo. God continue to bless you. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Onyeze, Vincent, you're welcome to the program.
Good morning, Mike. Good morning, our ever-esteemed global audience. Good morning, Nigeria.
Good morning. Special thank you to those who supported us last week. Fantastic people. Anyway.
Why are you laughing?
No, because I want to deal with Dangote this morning.
What has he done to you?
He has not done anything wrong. He has not done anything wrong. Mike,
they are giving him problems.
Yes, they are the one.
And it's sad.
People that created Dangote, people that created Dangote did not create itself. Nigerian government created Dangote. And if you look at both national and international law, workers have right, according to their law, to decide whether to be in a union or not. They are manipulating. I hope that
not under his company.
Bros, that is the fact. Whether private, public. Go and look at the international and the national law, and look at what the law says. You do not force people to belong to a unionism where they are not interested. That's what the law says. But can we just give this sentiment? They created the monopoly, they created Dangote, and they are coming back to go through the backbone to manipulate the process. Mike, let me ask you, when under Obasanjo, when Dangote wanted to buy Port Harcourt Refinery, do you know the people that stopped him? Nigerian Labour Congress. They stopped him. And look at Port Harcourt Refinery now. It's not working. Mike, I don't know why Nigerians are just very, I don't understand. 149 private universities. I do not want an ASU member in this organization. That's what they are saying. And up to now, they have not been able to carry out one ASU member. Heaven did not fall. If government know how they created Dangote, they should be able to know that it has gotten to a point, where things have to be properly defined. Pengassan, leave Dangote, go and hold Nigerian government responsible for the calamity in the oil industry. As simple as that.
Not Dangote's fault, right?
Yes, I am telling you the honest truth. Why are they not holding the federal government accountable? You saw the publication the other day. All the money they made in crude, they have not accounted for one. And Pengassan is there, Dangote. When they are the one that created Dangote, created the monopoly, created everything. Plus, private business. Okay, maybe they should just change it to Nigeria Dangote Refinery. And maybe they make a lot of sense. But I think this thing should be done according to law, what the law says, not according to emotions or what people think. When Gideon established the first investing in Nigeria, private investing in Nigeria, what happened? ASU, the same ASU, they wanted to infiltrate it. He rejected it. 149 private investing. Go and see whether they have any ASU member there. And that's what the law says. But Nigeria, they go manipulate things, lie on top, just to make sure that you go down. The federal government is having ulterior motive in that I remember.
Have they brought politics into the oil sector?
Politics already playing out now. And there are mafias in the oil industry. There are so many things, you know. Is it now that the federal government wants to intervene? No. It's really suspicious that the federal government have engineered what is happening to Dangote. It's really, Nigeria has become, I don't know how to describe Nigeria. In the absence of law and order, how do you expect justice? Dangote is not an Igbo man, or he left where he's supposed. Normally, do we supposed to have something like this? It's supposed to be located somewhere in Nigeria. But manipulations, there's no doubt about that. So I don't know what they are fighting Dangote for. I don't know whether they are going. The one they have created already, we are still carrying the body up to now. Government created Dangote. What did he? I don't understand. Now he said you don't want trailers and all that. The guy can afford his own trailer. You still insist. You want to know? Mike, I don't understand.
He went ahead to buy his own trailers.
I don't understand. They are the ones.
About 4,000.
They are the ones.
4,000 trucks.
Mike, they are the ones that created this man. They are the ones that created this man. They created Dangote. Are they coming to deceive Nigerians?
Is Pengassan generally fighting for sacked workers or what?
Mike, I've always said it on this platform that Nigeria is a classic case of animal farm, where all animals seems to be equal, but more and more equal than the other. I think Mr. Shinedu here brought out a very salient point when he made mention of private university. And you know, when private universities were birthed in this country, the question of unionism came to the fore. And some of them retarded that idea from entering that institution. Then which now goes to that my earlier statement that we are in an animal farm kind of a situation here. And let me also go further. You see, the octopoidal nature of Dangote now that he currently enjoys through successive governments was a creation of the states. You understand? There's no two way about it. Even though we know that a monopoly in all rational thinking is not for the collective good of the entire citizenry, because there is bound to be arbitrariness when they are, when a monopoly is showing out its policy. Then let me come back to Pengassan. Let me not deviate from the question. You see, Pengassan, you know that is a union in the petroleum industry or sector. And where were Pengassan when the Port Harcourt refinery and Kaduna Refinery went comatose?
What did they do?
Why suddenly are they now most panache or confidence in tackling Dangote? And if you look at what Dangote said, he said he's a private person, he's an investor. He said he does not want unionism activities to bet in his refinery. Even though I might not want to second him on that. When we look critically or rather keenly into world labor laws. But when you look at the entire scenario, it shows that the Pengassan guys, the actors in Pengassan, they are only doing that for their own selfish interest. Because I made allusion to the fact that where were they when our refineries were going down? Why didn't they just raise an alarm then that okay, you people have given us so much information that you have spent so amount of money in in maintaining or doing the turnaround, the term maintenance in the country owned refinery, how come we have not seen the results? And when you now look keenly into that, you will see that a lot of politicking, a lot of clandestine move has been closed from the public. And that is why up to now, the refinery they remain dead. Now, if somebody who has now brought his money to float a refinery that is adjudged the largest in Africa, you that is outside, you now want to dictate to that person, is at least it offends the sensibility of that man as a person, even though monopoly is not for the goodwill of the entire citizenry, because we know what union brings when it is being bet in any operation is to safeguard the welfare of the of the workers. But aside from that, Mike, if you look at the entire scenario, it's like it's even becoming more dramatic. I've just cited a salient point. If they were not there when they saw a refinery is going down and they couldn't do anything, why are they doing something now concerning somebody who is a private person? Then you begin to wonder where all this theatre is coming from. It shows that either they are being self-sponsored or somebody is playing the button underground. And also, I want to make an bring to your notice. You know, before the now, Dangote was giving all assurances that when it will begin the operation, then there can be, the question of naira for crude, arose. Then, the whole thing, all the big long affair never allowed, they were changing the takeoff dates before he immediately took off after so much grandstanding from the government, people in the government corridors. Now, you can see the man is not smiling because that was not what he wanted when he was betting this refinery. Now he's not getting something that is not really tenable in common sense play.
All right.
And you don't expect him to just close eyes and allow somebody to figure into it.
Whether we like it or not, if the strike continues, it will definitely have effects, in the economy of the country. But should the federal government compel Dangote to restate the sacked workers?
Mike, it's the same to you. If it does that, if the federal government does that, you have to gone contrary to what the is about unionism. People should be given rights to decide whether they want to be part of unionism or not. That's what the law says. So if you are trying to impose, because you see,
so that is wrong.
Yes, no, that's what I'm telling you. When someone say, I don't want to assume members in this thing, you should understand what I mean. Because they are the one that will infiltrate. They know before. They have an agenda. I'm telling you, what Dangote is battling is not just ordinary. What you are seeing there is coming from the presidency. Yes, there's no two ways about it. You see, all this unionism, of what good have they brought to Nigerians?
That's what we need to ask ourselves.
What
Especially
good,
Pengassan.
what good have they?
Examples.
What good have they been able to bring to? See,
when Warri Refinery was going down, they said nothing. Petroleum Refinery, nothing said.
Let me even say something here. Dangote said something that he was going to take care of logistics. I mean, transporting the refined products from his plant direct to the end users. And you know what that one is going to play when we are talking about cost. I think it will also affect the pump price because it's a direct from all those things that would have added up in getting the products to the final consumer would have been expunged. You understand?
That's correct.
If Pengassan is now coming at when Pengassan comes into that into the play, those costs will not be padded. That is the operative into the entire cost, which is not going to be for the collective of the masses that are going to use the product.
All right, away from that, I can see that most of our reviewers are reacting to the issue we have on ground. I'm talking about the former president of the country, Goodluck Ebele. Jonathan. And Jerry Ghana here says Nigerians now know the difference after Buhari Tinubu. They want Jonathan back. I know if you want Jonathan back. Do you want Jonathan back? Jonathan was with David Mark on Thursday. That was last week, Thursday.
See,
You want him back?
Before, I don't want Jonathan back. That's the truth. I never wanted him back, and I will not want him back. Because it looks like the North has another plan entirely about 2027. If the wife of former president can come out and say, take your stuff back there, and Jonathan is insisting, I want to be relevant within the political space. Maybe Jonathan have another plan too, because it cannot be in PDP and be visiting ADC. It means there's something we are not getting correct about these major players in our analysis. We have not gotten the clear picture, and that is what's supposed to be. For now, until everything come out very clearly. This Ghana, Jerry Ghana, right, that we are talking about today, was also some time ago came out and said Obi is the next president of Nigeria. This Jerry Ghana. Now you come back and you are saying, see, these are the people. We are not seeing anybody from the south talking about Jonathan. Then why is the North trying to push Jonathan within Atiku solidarity to the issue of the South? That is going to fall inside this gutter again. Oh, that's him.
Did he fall into any gutter before?
What did he mean by they say they betrayed him? Who betrayed him? The people that betrayed him are the one calling you now. And I want to believe that Jonathan is not nursing such ambition. And if it is making such political move, let me believe that it is strategic. Because most of the things they confirm on it, I don't want to believe until I see it very clearly that it has become very clear.
But it was Mark.
But if you see somebody like
the ticket of ADC, that's the African Democratic Congress.
Mike, listen to me. Who was Mark under Jonathan? Who was Arebeshola? I'm telling you what they mean by coalition. These are structures that's going to build for any candidate, adopted candidate or adopted party in the future. They need this men. And when you see them moving from one, trying to get themselves together, and people are calculating, no, it doesn't work like that. Let us see how it's going to end how it's going to come up at the end of the day. You can see Obasanjo maybe making move and that you say Obasanjo is going. No, me, I don't see it that way. I don't see it that way. What I see is that remember that before Jonathan visited ADC, David Mark, and the rest of them, he had a private meeting with Jonathan. And President Jonathan said, "My husband is not going there." It is Jonathan's cousin that is jumping up and down, But I think
you said Jonathan's cousin is jumping up and down.
Yes, he's the one.
I've been running from pillar to post.
No, you don't understand what is happening there.
What's happening?
What's happening
from
there?
PDP to ADC had a meeting with Labour Party presidential candidate Obi. So what am I trying to say?
Are you telling
definitely it's nursing it. It's nursing the ambition. He has the mind to contest.
Let me tell you, if Jonathan is going to contest, is he going to contest under ADC? Is he going to contest under PDP? Why is he in ADC? Why is he in PDP? It's like that here, not there. There's something I want you to understand politically. From my own perspective, I might be wrong. But what I'm saying in essence is this, Jonathan is qualified, agreed. Whether the constitution is going to allow him to go for this thing without any legal battle at the end of that is business.
Is there anything Jonathan is looking for there?
You see, before the now, Mike,
would he be the savior we are looking for?
Patience Jonathan mentioned that our husband is not running. And in recent weeks now, I think we had it on good authority that Jonathan met with Peter Obi behind closed doors. And he has also met with some other gladiators in our political firmament behind closed doors. That cannot be unconnected with politicking or politics in Nigeria. And if he's coming to the fray to veer. I don't know. It will somehow distort the entire dynamics or the equation as of the now. Because if Jonathan is coming, the Northern feel much at home with Jonathan than with Obi, because he's only going to use 4 terms as enshrined in the constitution. He cannot run more than 2 terms. And even his coming self is still going to have the law to contend with, because they will still go back to the court to explain why is he coming. You understand? Because he served 2 years under Yaradua before he did this thing. He wanted to come back in 2015 before he was being booted out. And when you look at the entire thing, it's becoming much more very, very dramatic. Now, if Jonathan says he wants to come out, or he's having that ambition, because the body language as of the now has spoken that he's running. If he's running, maybe he wants to pacify other candidates to step down for him, which the Northern people might have told him to so do. That is why he's going about to have a wider consultation across the board to see if he can pacify people, persons like Obi and the likes, Atiku. But we all want to see how the entire thing pans out, because the way I've seen it, every day I get confused about the political happenings in our political firmament. Because today you hear one thing, tomorrow you hear another thing. Next tomorrow you see that a cat has done the talk of a dog. Then you begin to wonder what is really happening. If we don't get it right in 2027, forget it.
All right. Victor Prince says Ashwaju 2027 is a done deal. I don't know why he said it's a done deal. You are not the INEC chairman, you are not Nigerians that will decide that. But Victor Prince is entitled to his own opinion.
Yes.
Ashwaju 2027 is a done deal, says Victor Prince. And we have somebody saying, also people are saying Tinubu is going back to Lagos come 2027. Different opinions. On to the next one. Chris Ejiofor says Igbos should negotiate with Atiku before supporting him. All right, Emmanuel. Okay, move down to Francis Joseph. They have tried Jonathan and they know it can be pushed into submission. All right, on to the next one. Both Jonathan and Obi, they know that they can't stand Ashwaju when it comes to politics. This is Big T Prince on this. That's the person that said 2027 is a done deal. On to the next one. Michael, Jonathan, or Obi is good to go. This is coming from Udeze Chima.
Mike, let me just respond to somebody that is saying that the Igbo should negotiate power with Atiku. Let me just say Atiku, it's not an us. Power is about negotiation. About the solidarity, we are asking Atiku to say. See, Atiku still want to remain relevant within the political space, even though there is this large outcry from people, from political power brokers from the north to allow Obi fly. They have been telling him face to face, and you can see too. When he came back from wherever he went to, he had a close-up meeting with Erofai. And when you look at how these things are going, like one analyst will say, it is a pure strategy by the opposition, to unsettle the ruling party, so that they will not know, how they will direct the attack to one particular person. So we are likely going to see, toward the end of the whole thing, where everything has been settled, that we are likely going to see a surprise package from the opposition that would definitely unsettle the ruling party. But currently now, Nigerians are not too comfortable with what we are witnessing now.
We are not too comfortable. All right, Nkiruka says Jonathan wants to come back to restart serving the Fulanis and Amajeris because he's a winner. All right, we'll move down to who again here. Tinubu is confused. I'm not the one saying this. This is Oza Obiwa on this. Now, aren't we supposed to be concerned or worried about people like Atiku, Obi, who again is contesting Atiku will be Jonathan.
You see,
Coming back, these are old politicians.
you see,
Not supposed to be no thinking of having new leaders emerging to contest the
you see,
2027 election.
I said it here. Like I will be repeating myself again. I said we are in the evolution of the time. And I did mention on this platform that to me, Atiku, Jonathan, except but one, Obi, belongs to the old order. If things were to be done the right way, I think Obi should hold the ace as of the now. Because you can see anywhere he goes, you see the air or the pool of support gravitating towards his space. And Nigerians, and I want to make allusion to one fact. As long as we continue to run this lopsided system, we might not really get the yearnings of Nigeria, except the entire template is rejigged and giving a semblance of all reasonability before we can get it done the way we wish for.
Thank you so much. I need to appreciate Big Prince this morning among the people. I said I'd love to. Thank you so much.
Big Prince, I will say you are my brother from another planet. I say thank you very much for being there. I always like your critique when it comes to national issues, even though I know where you live. But I want to say very big thank you to you.
All right. Morning.
Yeah, morning.
Good morning, Mr. Michael, and I say good morning to our viewers across the globe. We welcome you to a new week filled with joy, grace, and the peace of God. Thank you very much for all you've been there.
All right, before you proceed, Kule, both of you need to appreciate Big Prince. You are among the few he sends prayers to.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you for being there for us. You will never lack, and I can say thank you, and I can't end it if I say I should keep thanking you. Thank you for doing the goodness for us in our life. Thank you.
My brother, Big T, thank you very much. May God continue to bless you. You will never lack. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, over 100,000 naira sent to me. People are to benefit from the gesture this morning. Courtesy Big T Prince. All right, quickly to what we have on board. I think we should just go straight to good luck Billy Jonathan story we have on board. Is PDP too toxic for Jonathan? Why is he with the new coalition ADC? He was with David Mark last week.
Of course, he needs to try his best to make sure that even if the ADC don't come back, those ones that are decamped to ADC cannot come back, they can form alliance with the PDP and present a candidate. But it will be very, very difficult for anybody to push Atiku to drop his presidential ambition. So I think it's a very tough game for Goodluck Jonathan. Now, if it's nothing, but within myself, I know that Jonathan, there is tendency. I see some sign. Now I want to believe. I give that team possibility. I give it like 65%. I mean, possibility, because he has been saying something recently, like first of all, said there are so many betrayals. He later said, "Well, I forgot, I'm forgiven, and I've decided to move on in my political journey." So all this thing is saying so that he may still be interested in contesting in 2027 and meeting all these political gladiators. It's so that he has something in mind. But I have something in mind is not enough. How smart he is, how influencer he is to convince those one to support him. Otherwise, if they still go ahead and maintain something like 3 or 4 race course in 2027, they will repeat the same mistake they made in 2023.
According to the Nation newspaper, they are all demanding for commitment. Obi, Atiku, Jonathan, and David Mark is telling them, please join the party fully. Now, is it democratic for them to demand definite commitment before contesting the primaries?
I think that's much as too much authoritative. Authoritative directions that they are taking all these people to.
And I can tell you, if that ADC, I mean, there will be issues of masters and the followerships. And I can tell you heartedly, the people in charge of that ADC are the strong people like Atiku, and Atiku will never want anybody to override him in that party. So to me, I think the likes of Obi are the likes of Jonathan, and I don't even think Jonathan will come back, because what did he forget in that hassle rock? And I can tell you, he wants to see the second round of his diminishing as it is. You know how the Northern did, you know what they did to him to brought to the first seats on as a governor, I mean as a president of the country. And I can tell you wholeheartedly, if the president, former president Jonathan, wants to respect himself, it's just stay off that ADC, stay off that PDP, because his time is over. The time that he's supposed to enjoy the goodness of the Nigeria, he messed himself up. Like they messed himself up, the people he was romancing, he thought those people are just with him, and what did those people do that did at the end of the day? They messed him up. The Amajiri, all the investments he put into that knot, I mean the rubbish him for it, that they don't send him to do all these things, and they rubbish him and they kick him out.
Even if he joins the ADC,
Yeah.
can he get the ticket?
He can't even get.
With the likes of Obi,
where the likes?
Is it possible for him to get the ticket?
No, he can't get. Where the likes of Alhaji Atiku Abubakar, and I've told you once, Alhaji Atiku prefer to be one-day president, because that desperation is in him already. So if it is one-day president or 1 day or 2 days Nigerian president that they tag on him, he will really recognize that. But to me, I don't know the input of Jonathan. Who brought Jonathan into this race now? I don't know. But Jonathan should always be careful that the whip, I mean the what's it called? The I don't know how I'm going to say it. The whip they used to whip him the other time is still on the ground. That they will remove and treat the way they treated him the other time.
Femi, can he ever get the ticket in ADC?
It may be very difficult for him, except somebody like Atiku and the rest of the North. The power bloc in the North has agreed that they are going to use Jonathan, because Jonathan has a unique characteristic that differentiates him from other candidates. Like, and not that he has been compelled, will be compelled by the constitution to run for one time, and they may be afraid of Obi, that Obi may change the narrative. He can promise them and change the narrative, but Jonathan cannot do that. And this one tell you that these people are just desperate for power. It's not that they want to collect the power to turn this nation around. And I want to tell everybody that I want to see every battle in 2027, and if all of them can rally around either Jonathan or Obi, it's going to be a tough battle for President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So if Jonathan return, I will see it as a means of compensation. I will not expect much, because Jonathan cannot reverse subsidy. That one is sure. He cannot reverse the subsidy, and
Subsidy is gone.
Subsidy is gone, and it's gone forever. You cannot reverse it. So if anybody think that if Jonathan now come here, he will now reverse everything back to as it was before 2015, you are a daydreamer. But if you want to vote for Jonathan based on you try, you really try. We have tried 2 houses, and we have seen that you are better, and it's also healthy for our democracy. That is I like it in that way. If Jonathan comes in, pick tickets, and he won, that means our democracy is stronger. That means our democracy is healthier. That means all what they have been saying about Tinubu is not true. That means we can conduct free and fair election in this country. So I wish, it's a very tough game. I wish 3 of them, apart from Atiku, you see Jonathan and Obi, they come together and they come with one voice. That one voice will sound louder than Jonathan pick the PDP presidential candidate, Obi pick Labour presidential candidate, Atiku pick ADC. They have automatically handed over, so rock key to Tinubu in 2027 and nothing more.
The issue going on between Dangote Refinery and Pengassan, what do you have to say?
It's a very, very big issue that we have been battling with in this country, but we have not been able to see a very big one like this. You see, issue of unionism in this country, it has become a devilish something. That because when you are hearing Kaba is not necessarily somebody that is living with Tinubu in Aso Rock. We have them all around in business circle. Even as you see them at the top, we have them at the lower class. The example of it is all these our national road union or whatever. Look at that Okada man that was killed at Islands recently by a union member. The big demand. The man was at the coma. They wanted to take him to hospital. They still disallowed me. It's an example of what is happening. And because I was there in 2007 when Oyinlola was, this is 2007 or 2006, when when they were commissioning Osun State University, he said, this university, none of his one of his staff can join ASU or SANO. Because they have known that this kind of a group, sometimes they like to, put everybody into danger. They like to hold us at the jugular. They have to hold the whole nation grounded. It's open like that. So Dangote, it's obvious. Everybody's seeing that. Everybody want to use his own power. Pengassan, even before this issue of Pengassan, you see all these people, the organization that has oil depot, they are having issue with Dangote because there is no issue of middlemen with Dangote in place. We don't need middlemen. Alagbata to soja, I don't want. You don't need them again. Dangote say, I will be supplying my fuel directly. When he saw that they are lay ambush for him. Now, in that process, Pengassan rise up. So on this case, I think this thing needs to go to court so that they will do justice to it. They need to go to court. Can I say under my organization that, okay, you cannot join a particular unionism. If you want to form a unionism, form your own unionism. If I do that, do I have right to do it? Then do I have right to sack any of my member? He just sacked 800. And if they take this into court, to my own, understanding, he will look for another team for sacking them. We say somebody that I employ, I cannot sack them. Yes, I employ them, I can sack them. He has right to sack them, and he can even take them away from issue of and they want to join or they don't want to join give them another reason to start. I cannot cope with the salary is too much, I can't pay it again. Is it by force? So this matter, I think is a matter that federal government should use as an example to set some record straight. Let me tell you, in this Ogba, as you see this small Ogba, you want to be selling ordinary Ewedu and ordinary you will become a member of a particular group, and if you don't become, they will pursue you physically. Spiritually, they will pursue you. And some of the things that they usually require before you join, sometimes it's more than your capital. So it has become like a witch hunting. Let me tell you, it's a good example of how Nigeria has been running, and we are the product of government. Me and you, we are the one that are graduating until we become. Tomorrow we might find ourselves in the political space. Nobody knows. And it is what we have been doing that we are going to perpetrate in office. Very, very unfortunate.
Yeah. When it got to Dangote's issue, we saw the way Pengassan was criticizing the activities in there. But at some point, when there were issues surrounding our own refinery, I'm talking about the government refinery, likes of Wari, Kaduna, and Port Harcourt. We're not hearing anything from Pengassan. What kind of organization is that?
That's a self-centered organization, and I can tell you, the Pengassan, the no Peng, what they are crying for, it was the Dangote that went all around to bring his truck, and they converted all of them into CMG. And that was one of the painful things that these people are having, and they would never say it out. I can tell you heartedly, all the Dangote truck that you just acquired now, they are on CMG, and that will be a loss for the Pengassan, that they will not see much petrol move around. And I can tell you heartedly, Mr. Dangote, he has paid his dues for this country. Let's give it to him. Where were all these our billionaires when this man went on engagements, building himself right from Falolu in Surulere? That was when Dangote began his journey from, and he started with rice. And how did he get the money? He went to his uncles, who are the Dangotes. That's his mother lineage, that they should borrow him 500,000. I got that 500,000. That 500,000 is what he turned around to where he is today. So that's to show what are our billionaires in the south. What are they doing? What are they doing? So the laxity of Dangote is the weakness of we people in the south here likewise. And you can see Dangote as it is, he has government support. He has government backup. There's no government that's been coming in that will not tell you that they don't have investment in Dangote business. And I can tell you, the labor, the Pengassan and the no Peng, Pengassan died under Kokori, and labor died under Sumonu. So all this labor, all this Pengassan you are seeing today, they are just for the self-centered, and they went to elephant fight is the grass, and that is what I'm emphasizing on, that this Pengassan and NOPEC should not put us into hardship, another hardship, and the president has to, be fast enough to settle this problem, because when two elephant fight is the grass, and we are going to be the grass, and I'm not ready to be idle, not to be able to move, because once they withdraw their services, Nigerians are doomed to move, So to me, Pengassan, Dangote, the president should call them to order and find solution to it.
Let peace reign.
Let peace reign.
What about the sacked workers?
The sack workers, they can record them, once they can abide with his rules. Yes, it's justice. What they are fighting for is just, I can say, because they've eat enough, and they've satisfied enough, so they can use us to be playing around. And we citizens, we will not tolerate that. And I can tell you, about the governors, the presidency of, I think everybody wants to be president. Like Fela will say, Atiku for president, Obi for president, Jonathan for president. Well, how many presidents we will get now? So to me, let the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu.
What's happening to our security architecture in Kwara State?
Kwara State has
about 11 people killed by bandits.
I'm telling you, Kwara State has become
12, yeah.
Yes, another God forbid, another Borno. They have created another Borno in North Central. And if you look at that place, that's what is happening in that place. Kwara State is very, very strategic. North Central is very, very strategic. But Kwara State itself is very, very strategic. If you conquer Kwara State, then you have open door to enter Southwest.
And it's close by.
It's very, very close. That's what I'm saying. So the boundary between us and the core north, I think, is North Central. And if you conquer North Central, the next thing is just to enter this place. So if Kwara State is in danger, also State should not go and sleep. And I know that they are moving gradually away from. That's why I'm calling on President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to make sure that he implements state police. I listened to this man this morning, Bukola Saraki, former governor of Kwara State, criticizing current war, Abdurrahman Abdurrahman. Well, criticism is allowed, but beyond criticism, just for political gain's sake, do say the right thing. After you criticize the governor, please join the voice of people that are calling for state police. It's very, very important. Very, very important. You see, if Tinubu creates state, if he can succeed in creating state police today, state that will use it, they will use it. State that will not, that will fuck up, they will fuck up. And each governor, successful governor, they will determine how effective they are going to run their state police. A governor cannot be a just ordinary logistic provider. Everything has to come from federal government, even it will not work. So I think even every governor from Southwest, they need to be concerned about what is happening in Kwara State, because If they finish Kwara State, it's our turn.
All right, let me quickly read it out. Kwara community attack. Police confirmed 12 killed by bandits. The Kwara State Police Command has confirmed the death of 12 people in the bloody attack by armed bandits that occurred in the early hours of Sunday. That was yesterday, September 28, 2025, in OK, Ode, Ifelodun local government area of the state. The statement by the spokesperson of the command, SP Adetun Adeyemi in Ilorin on Sunday evening said, at about 7 a.m. today, armed men invaded the Ogbayo area of Okeode, shooting sporadically. The state police command, sporadically. The state police command, in collaboration with the military and National Forest Security Service, has intensified efforts to track down the perpetrators of the heinous crimes. How were bandits able to freely invade this community?
They came through their what's it called, religion. They came through their religion. I can tell you.
Through their religion.
Yeah, they through their religion. I can tell you rapidly. Kwara is mostly dominated with Muslims, and you could see the emir of Kwara, the emir there now, Ilorin doesn't tolerate nonsense with Christian as it is. I'm telling you wholeheartedly.
Not only Christians, the
traditionalists. So we could see where the old target is coming from. And I will just tell our brothers that in that Kwara, because Kwara is divided already, they are just still managing themselves, because some people believe they belong to the blocks of the Islamic region. They still belong, they are the owner of the Kwara land, whilst the Yoruba's block is there, that they don't even want to tolerate anything for the Yoruba block in that Kwara. So it's now left for Abdurrahman to be able to secure his state, so that there must be equity on the ground. And because the Abdurrahman that is in power now, I think he has a name, he has a generational name that his father carried, being the first son from that axis. His father was the first son from the Kwara axis there. So to me, they will be hearing a lot of killings. A majority of those people that will be killed there, they are our brothers from the Yoruba race. I can tell you heartedly, majority of them, some of them, majority of them likewise. I can tell you heartedly, because what is going on in Kwara now, and it's drifting down. That means the likes of the Makinde should be careful. Us is getting towards that Kwara now. You can get down to anywhere. And you see, I so much sympathize with our leaders here. They are too docile. They are not proactive. Our leaders in the southwest, some of them are too docile, I can say heartedly, because I can say an example of my governor in Osun State, Adeleke, because they've engaged on open grazing again now. And I thought they said there should be close grazing, or just keep your cows somewhere and get the foods for them that they will eat in that place. But the opposite is what I'm seeing. So I'm calling Governor Adeleke out, because I went to Osun. I have a small project in Osun I'm doing, but I was so shocked that the Fulanis are encroaching small sites I have there for farming, that I was planning for farming. They are encroaching it, and the governor is there. I later learned, Mike, that it was all these state actors in Osun that are giving those Fulani the cows to rear. Yes. So they should be careful. Because there's fire on the mountain already.
Yes, it's a very, very compounded challenge. Because some of our generals, some of our big wig politicians, or politicians, all of them, they are the one giving this Fulani cow. And Fulani don't know anybody from. They can just react to anywhere. Very, very unfortunate.
All right, thank you, Sakule and Femi. I really appreciate your contributions this morning. Despite security presence in Kwara, some communities in that state, people still perpetrated that evil act. What's really going on? What's happening to our much celebrated security architecture?
Good morning, Mr. Mike, and good morning to our esteemed viewers. May God bless you all. Mr. Mike, I heard one of the analysts here saying that the Fulanis came into Kwara through the region. I want to debunk that. Means they didn't really know how or the source of which the Fulanis enter Kwara State. They enter Kwara State through politics, not religion. Because as at the period that they came to Kwara, they don't have a resident, they don't have a place. And they came at a point whereby an Oba from in Kwara State, that was centuries ago, you understand, was having issue with fellow Oba of other districts, another Oba. So they now came to the Oba in Kwara State, telling the man that if they should support him or follow him to this war, and at the end he wins, that what will he do? A kind of, they reach an agreement of a piece of land, a place, a space, you understand, for them to stay and rear their cattle. That was how they enter Kwara State. You see why, if you listen to my listing before, I said that is why we, the Eastern, doesn't want to give them that kind of space. They always come politically in one way or the other. So just to summarize it, when they now supported that Oba to win the battle, they return back to Oba, and Oba have to fulfill his promise to them by giving them a place, a space. And from there, they begin, as usual, they kill. Killing to the point that they have to kill the Oba himself that give them that space and occupy. That was how they established their own kingdom called Emir today in Kwara State. But by this time, I'm telling you, do your findings. It's not religion, it's politics, it's a game. That's how they enter. And I will not forget so soon that, you know, there was a time OPC by Gani Adams, if I'm not mistaken, the OPC of Gani Adams, they now rose up because they want to liberate Kwara from the hands of these evil people. And that was what led Danjuma whatsoever. He said that thing now make them to call Muhammadu Buhari into politics, because late Buhari was never a politician. So they called him into politics and to empower him, put him into power in order for him to secure the Fulanis and to secure their immunity in Kwara. And let me tell you, I've been saying this and I will continue to say it. You understand? Kwara State is not a Fulani state. It's not a Hausa state. It's a Yoruba state. It's a Yoruba part of Nigeria. But today, the Fulanis have conquered there and they have taken over. You understand? I could remember this this terrorist group that just newly entered Nigeria, Mahmuda. When they enter, remember the issue they won into Kwara indigenes, the ones that remain. If they give them a quick notice to quit, and I will not forget, go and do your findings again. There was a time the Yorubas want to carry out their festival. The same Fulani stood up and said they will not do it. That if they should do it, that they are going to kill. And Yorubas in Kwara stop that festival up to this very date, my brother, as I speak to you. Do your findings. I don't just speak, I speak what I know. That you, when you find out, you check it, you see the truth. You understand? So that have been, and that was the mistake the Yorubas, elders, fathers, grandfathers made. Just the same way the Hausas made the same mistake. These people are not good to be welcomed. And with what has happened, this thing has been the ideology of these people to make sure that they conquer Nigeria and to take over fully Nigeria. Do you understand? So the killing does not start today. They have been killing the Yorubas there, but Yorubas don't really, want to come out. The elders or those that have mouth to support people that will be able to liberate the Yorubas in their land, to liberate that state from the hands of those jihadists. Yes. Are you hearing me? So the killing of 12 now, Baba, don't be surprised. I said in this platform one certain time that Nigeria, many Yoruba land, including this Lagos, have been captured. That what they are waiting for is for a whistle from their master. Then you begin to see them reacting. This is just evidence. When did I say? I said that either early this or last month. Are you not seeing the evidence now? They are just waiting for whistle. You see them reacting. 12 have been killed. Don't be surprised by tomorrow now. They will start coming in another form, increase the killing. Before you know it, they will automatically take over. Already they have taken over. They will automatically squeeze out the remaining ones there and squeeze them out, just the way they are doing in Benue and Plateau. If that in Niger State now, as I speak to you, there are some military base that comprises about 3 local governments. The bandits have taken over, no military again there.
All right, for some times now, Kwara State has been under constant attack, you know, and it seems our security agents can no longer do the needful.
Of course, they cannot.
Yeah, by eliminating them.
Yes.
Now, can we put our assurances? Can we, you know, put our trust on the security agents when bandits, you know, keep outsmarting them?
So God bless you for that question. Good morning, Mike. Good morning to our viewers. It's a long time ago. See, when the needful is not done, we will see some particles of injustice. You see, let's not be frank with ourselves. You see, everything lies on the decks of the Aso Rock mafians. You see, let us go back to memory lane. When Obasanjo was there, you can't see all those kinds of situations. See, your mindset, you determine what you will do to your people, to protect your people. See, the presidency, we have military, we have air force, we have all. You see, yesterday we were one of the strongest in Africa, but today, because now politics have came, they have dismantled the armed forces. They now brought it to their pocket, and now we have one of the history of Nigeria. Nigeria never had a president like this that swallow everything in his pocket, and now I want to swallow all Nigeria in the name of it is my turn. Okay, it is your turn. And they are killing people every day. Well, see, yesterday when Nigeria was military, see, you can't even see soldiers along the road anyhow. Nobody dare Nigeria to the extent that you now invade. Before you invade, you now bring life with that. Hey, this is what time you have to leave your house, your home, where you were born. You say, this is the land of my birds. And now you not say, if you don't leave, we are coming. And they came. Where are they? See, their days are numbers. You see, come 2027, there will be a dramatically change of hands. See, there will be wicked violence because these people that are ruling us, they are not capable. Tomorrow they go here and say they don't occupy other states, occupy different local government, they occupy with their flag. Where is Nigeria? Where is the government?
And where is the military?
Where is the military? Can you imagine where is the military? Now we are now a Tata house where ordinary antelope will drive us away from the forest. And we say we have a president, we have a government. It's a nautical government. It's a foster government that we have now. See, let us be frank with ourselves. A really government will never sit down and sleep, and they will break, and we hear that people have been chasing out of their farm and their community, and there is nothing to be done about it. And you say you want to be there by all and by fire, by force. It's impossible. It can't be true because we have men that will fight the reality, but not politicalize everything. Are we supposed to politicalize everywhere?
These are people.
Can you imagine?
Gumi said they should treat like a
goal, like a Dangote,
like a Niger Delta militant.
Imagine you can see.
No, that is why. Don't you see is it the Castella? Don't you see the treaty they gave
the government? They have to match. They have to match some people eye, match leg, match face. But now because party, a bad society. You are afraid to demonic people, and now you are in power. They are demonicing your people. You can't do anything because you are afraid. You're afraid because you came through the back door.
How many bandits would you
okay, now
negotiate with? How many?
How will you be how long? The more you negotiate, the more they bring name, the more they kill. But because of what?
Government in Benue, everywhere. How many of them will you
for how long shall they continue to negotiate?
God bless you.
He only negotiated with Castella. He has not negotiated Benue. He has not negotiated the one even in the east. In the west here, because there are bandits.
After Lakurara, we did not bring Mahmoud for Kwara. Now Mahmoud is not killing. Where are we? ECC. Where are we? Only Lagos that just have one eye remain. One day, and they say Lagos, they will occupy Aso Rock. One day they will occupy Aso Rock. See those guys. They were like Taliban. They were sitting in government house. Is in the Zamfara also? They were sitting in government house, and the governor was negotiating with them. He was afraid of them. And you are a governor of a state under Nigeria. You are negotiating with killers. They will tear their face with like Taliban mafias. Would go and you say
their government, things fall apart. Things fall apart. So we have to arrange the situation. And now, and I believe, see, they are afraid. Somebody is coming, they will be afraid because a rejected soul become the chief cornerstone now. They pursue me away. Now it's coming. They are now running after scatter because majority will carry the vote.
Who is the person?
Him. See what they said there? He said, you not differentiate who you will serve.
So where
the power of life and death is the power of the tongue. Choose one.
So which one are you?
Where is Buhari? Jimo. Dagaba. It represents I will continue where the lion stop. Now Nigeria is dying in abject poverty. Security. You can't go to your farm. You plant something you don't read to harvest. Somebody carry Malu AK-47 and pursue you out, and there is a government. Now there is going to bring a law that will stop the matter. They can never do it. Why are they afraid? Because Nigeria don't expect it. A, B, C. Let us we not see because they are not capable. How can you be living every day? No day we come now see people kill because we are here. What about there? Are they not Nigeria? How will you go for our heart and be watched to say, you go continue to wear? It will be the mighty that will fall. Mighty fall yesterday. Tata David, he fall him down. He fall him down. Yeah. See, he believes that. You see, Nigeria is tired about what is happening every day and what we are seeing every day. Nothing is coming. Everything is high. Everything is bad. Why we here? Okay, say Pengassan. Okay, you say Dangote, Nigeria, 1, 2, 3, 4 refinery broke down. All embezzlement. Okay, somebody that came say, okay, let me reduce the hardship of carrying crude oil to Asha to refine to Koye. Let us control that. Let me make a refinery. Let this be minimized. The first time they say they go test Dangote fuel, say they're fake. You don't forget.
Yes.
They say the fuel is fake. Oh. If you enter Nigeria motor, Nigeria man go scatter. Okay, now they don't come out with that place now. Pengassan don't come for it. See, where are we like this? See, one day we kept up pricing. These people, they are bad. See, they're bad. See, they want to kill all of us. How many of them? They are not to 100,000 now. They are not to 100,000. Now you not say Pengassan. Who is Pengassan? Okay, you want to install yourself inside that côté, not to matriculate that côté, not to why are we doing like this? Somebody say, I brought 4,000 truck. Come up, carry fuel, go to your filling station, drop it for free and sell and bring it. Is it a good owner? Now, the sole mafia under the government come from there where say they be Pengassan. Where are they when the refinery is not working? So one day, of course, you must die. One day, Nigeria must die against those iniquities. Otherwise, the suffering will continue. So we now open our eyes. We now know. You see, we have to do something for the next generation. Sacrifice. Must sacrifice. I must sacrifice. It's the last blood we will sacrifice it. Because we have been hearing it will change, it will change. It's not changing. Can you imagine 4 refinery in a nation, the most popular black nation on earth? Can you imagine 4 refinery? No one is working, and now somebody is out to try to make this meaningful. You say, now lie, now fake. One day, they will run. And in reality, they must run.
All right, so one, my man, always saying the truth. This is from Ozo Obinwa. And now there's a Chima is smiling or laughing here. Oluwawa, power. That's what he has written here. We move down to another person. Still okay, there's a Chima. Oluwa power. Yes, he has repeated it there again. Or we move down to, okay, there's a Chima again on this. Oluwawan is speaking fact. Michael, thanks for giving more time as I requested. Thank you, Udeze Chima. All right, guys, let's fund Oluwawan this week. Let us fund Oluwawan this week. All right, that's nice one.
Yes.
Oluwawan.
We are Nigeria must put the reality that they're facing our life.
Yeah. God bless you, Oluwawan. This is Udeze Chima. This, as we are saying, let Oluwa tell those Agbadorians, all right? Oluwa on this morning. We say thank you to you, Oluwa.
God bless you. God bless you.
Therefore, evangelist, let us quickly talk about briefly talk about the new coalition. We saw Jonathan with David Mark last week, and the likes of Obi, and Atiku. Nigerians have been wondering who the presidential ticket will go to. Now, can Jonathan, Atiku, and Obi realistically, contest under a shaky coalition? Is it possible for them to contest under a platform that is shaky?
No, it's not possible. Even if it's not shaking, yeah, you cannot have one party and three persons will come out from that bear one flag. It's not possible. The flag is meant to be given by one person. You understand? But I don't see Jonathan. What is he looking for? Jonathan should just respect himself. But I believe, I don't believe that he's coming out a kind of in the name of trying to contest again. Maybe he's coming out to air his support or idea on how to go about it because he was once there. You understand? So he want to give a fatherly advice to play a role of a grandfather. Grandfather. You understand?
By meeting them.
By meeting them. So you people, I could remember when what this man said. He said that whosoever that bear the flag will gain support. I mean Atiku. He said that every other person should do what? Support and back up the person. See, Jonathan should forget about coming out as a president. You have come, you have ruled, and they have messed you up. Yeah, they messed him up. And in terms of security, he tried. These are the set of people that Jonathan tried in terms of security to keep Nigeria safe. And these are the people that debunked that security. You understand? Which led to what we are facing today. It contributed to our jeopardization today in terms of security. You understand? So Jonathan should just forget all these people. Just give a humble advice to whosoever and go his way.
I beg that you subscribe to what Reverend Evangelist said.
Well, let me greet
the likes of Obi, Atiku, Amechi, if I'm not making a mistake.
Okay,
Jonathan has met with leadership. Let me party. So should he ignore his own ambition and support this people?
Well, before I go there, let me greet you first. Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
And let me greet our reviewers wherever they are. May good Lord be with you people and strengthen you people and give you good health. Now, about Jonathan, Atiku, Obi, yeah, this is one thing. When God is used, I will not say that Jonathan should go and sit down. No. And I am not a God. If God wants Jonathan to be back, to become the president of Nigeria, no one can question God Almighty. Coming there, yes, they have everything. People of Nigeria have already tried two people, and they have already seen how their government be, and they have already tried Jonathan. Know how Jonathan own is. Now, I think those ones, they are the ones that are requesting Jonathan to come back. They know what they have already get in Jonathan, and they know the type of mistake they have already made when Jonathan was in power. And now Jonathan said that no matter whatever they did to me, I have forgiven them. Yes, he said, I have forgiven them. Jonathan wants the unity of Nigeria, and Jonathan wants Nigeria to move forward. Have you been that they allowed Jonathan to become the president of Nigeria by that 2015? I don't think that Nigeria will be in this type of mess. Nigeria have already been in good shape. Because by that time, Nigerian economy is going very smoothly, very fine, and everything is going well. But today, late Mama Buhari and the current president, Ashwaji, have already damaged have already damaged everything. Things now are going costly in Nigeria. So if God said Jonathan should come back, nobody should question Jonathan or say, God, why do we allow Jonathan to come back? No. No, that is not the issue. Don't have the reason. But meanwhile, I cannot tell you that Jonathan will be the presidential candidate of PDP or ADC until 2026. Let them come out and make it official. You know who will be there. So I cannot tell you, Jonathan have already come out. No. Until 2026, we know who will be there.
2027.
I mean 2026 is there we know the flag bearer of PDP or ADC.
All right. Thank you so much, Rinjak.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Vincent. Morning.
Yeah. Morning, sir.
All right. Welcome to the program. Nigerians now know the difference after Buhari, Tinubu. They want Jonathan back. This is Jerry Ghana on this. Do we really want Jonathan back? Is it true? The Nigerians want Jonathan back.
Yes, to me, I don't vie for that idea. But Jonathan has been there for 6 years. Though he tried during his own time, but some mistakes, loophole they told him to cover. That time he refused and keep mute. Now they use that against him and they push him away out of office. Though he did well, but coming back again, I don't see him coming back, and I don't support him. And I don't want him to mess himself. I don't want him to mess himself. He should just
Why you don't want to?
No. I don't want him to mess himself. In respect, these people that are calling him back.
The only one that will vote.
And no, I know, but these people that are calling issue, think twice. That these people that are calling him back are the ones that push him away out of office, just for no sake. And they know that this man was doing well. A bag of rice was then at 7,500. Now, how much are we buying a bag of rice? So, if you are saying that this man should come back, he should think well.
But can't he bring that old time back?
No. He cannot.
The old time was a good time for us, right?
Yeah,
Can't he bring it back?
No. Let us try another person. We have seen his own performance. We have seen what all he has to do, and he has done it. So going back again, I don't let him come out and support somebody else that is more viable and credible. You understand me? Let them come, join together as APC come and join together and push PDP out of office. Let them come, join together and push APC away from the office. That is what I am expecting from him.
From my own opinion, when Jonathan is actually a bridge builder, he has actually come. I will tell you, since the formation of ADC as a party, Labour Party as a party, do you know that the APC as a political party they've not been resting. Of recent now, it's already on the social media that they've given the INEC chairman a compulsory leave because
It's come down to new INEC chairman.
yes. Now what they're actually trying to do is that with what is going on, this Yakubu is actually dancing to their tune.
Dancing to the tune of
Dancing to the tune of the new political party, because the power was that they asked them not to register political party. And if you observe, the party they registered was about 30 or 40. Let me tell you, the only person that can remove this government in power now is Jonathan. But the constitution there's a constitution of tying Jonathan up, because you cannot be sworn in twice. In that legal aspect, I see that they are going to look at it, they are going to interpret, lawyers are going to interpret. But if it doesn't suit well, another person will step in. But now, as it is now, the APC, they are in a confused state. They are in a confused state. They don't know where is going to come out from. If Jonathan is going to come out, whether it's from PDP, whether it's from APC, they don't even know.
So you mean Jonathan is a threat to APC?
He is a big threat to APC. It's a very big threat, because all the policy that this man is implementing was the policy of Jonathan, and he was the one that went against it. Nemesis will always catch up on people. This was Tinubu. We cannot protest in Nigeria. We cannot say anything. He tried to destabilize everything. We don't have freedom of expression. The judiciaries are not working as usual. The legislatures are not working as usual. And in the executive, he chose the party loyalists. Look at the economy. Look at what is going on. For instance, you watch the UN summit that just ended. Our vice president going to UN to go and be telling them that they are supporting Palestine. What an insult. Look at the Kenyan government talking to the UN, telling them that you abandoned Africa
our own vice president went there and be telling them that they are supporting Pakistan. It's an insult. It's an insult on our government. But that is not helping us. This is the kind of leaders we have. This is the kind of leaders we have, and it's a slap and a disgrace to Nigerian people. We need people that will shake them. With the lack of David Mark, Rotimi Amechi, Atiku Abubakar, and the rest. Look at, was it not 2 weeks ago when Atiku told them that there's an economic hunger. The Agbadorians will be saying there's nothing going on. There's no. Look at that. What is happening? I don't know whether you watched. I don't know whether you watched the when Israel came. Israel, the president started giving us summary of what they did. How these guys, how they attacked them, how the Hamas attacked them. He gave them summary, everything. And this is how they do. And they gave a condition that if they go to if they comply to this condition, the war will end immediately. Our president and the rest of this government, insecurity is a big problem in Nigeria now. It's only in Lagos we are working freely, but if we work,
you see what is going on in Kwara State now.
I see what is going on in Kwara State, and because of what the judiciary that is supposed to interpret the law, they are not interpreting the law. They are not, and when they don't interpret the law, they will not go far.
All right, gentlemen, we need to go.
Thank you, sir.
Authentic. I really appreciate your contribution this morning. All right, we started the program before 8 o'clock. Yeah, before 8 o'clock, and it's past 10. That's over 2 hours on the program. We say a big thank you to everyone who joined the program today. We appreciate all of you, and to those who supported us this morning. We say thank you, thank you, thank you. And please, if you're watching this program, make sure you like and share. Please like and share. We have over 300 of over 400 people. Yeah, over 400 people watching. But I looked at the back end. It was over 400. You know, we have how many likes? I don't think the like is up to 40 or 50. Please, let's make sure we like the program. It goes a long way. It's a plus. It's a plus for us. All right, so Big T Prince, who provided funds for the reviewers this morning. I say a big thank you to you and to anonymous viewer in the United States of America who provided breakfast. We say thank you to you all the way from City Stand. We say thank you. We appreciate all of you, and to the ones who contributed in the comment section. We appreciate all of you, every bit of your comments. We appreciate them. Thank you. We'll be back here tomorrow with more interesting stories bothering the minds of Nigerians. Thank you so much. Goodbye.